see, it's no different.
Yeah.
Black, white, Hispanic.
Doesn't
women
matter.
have completely changed. And, you know, we look at women like Cardi B has become like some number one woman. The Kardashians have become, and Beyonce is walking around busting with car windows in her video and acting like a nut. And then her sister's beating her.
And we have women now that are
her sister's beating her husband up in an elevator. This is like, we have changed. And you know what's funny is we do so many videos on how women make mistakes, and a lot of women kind of get annoyed with us because they think that we're saying they're all wrong. But the truth is that just look around you, ladies. Don't be so quick to blame men. Look around you. Look at how women are today.
Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy our content. Okay, so we got sent a Facebook message from she actually gave us a topic before. Deshawn. Thank you, Deshawn, for this as well. She sent us this video of
Tupac. Man, that was so
It was a guy reacting to Tupac and talking about, is chivalry dead? Chivalry is dead. It's because of women.
Yeah.
That we killed it, right? And so I'm looking at this video. I will link that video below. If I can find a clip of the video, I will put it up here, but I don't know the rights to it. I don't have the rights to this, I don't know. But I'll try to find it. I'll put a little small clip if I find it. If not, it will be linked below. So he shows a clip of Tupac when he was like 19. He was like 19 or something, and he's very soft-spoken and really kind of kind. He's explaining that, you know, like women, like girls and women, they whenever he tries to talk to them, and he's very respectful and nice. He's raised with a single mom himself, so he's very respectful and nice. He said they always say, "You're just too nice. You're too nice," and he gets friend zoned because of it, right? And he was like, "I'm always, you know, I always want to respect women. I believe in respecting women." He said, he even said some guys even call women the B word. It was him then, and then I could not stop laughing.
Then we started singing California Love. It was over.
I could not stop laughing when they clipped over to him at that time where he is Thug Life. When he's Thug Life, Tupac, right? He was explaining also in that, like, look, I'm done. I'm done because every time I try to be nice to women, they think that I'm, you know, it's just too nice and that it's not cool, I guess, right? And so forget it. This is what it's gonna be. And he just being all vulgar and stuff, you know, being the Tupac, right? Being Thug Life Tupac. But so yeah, so I've heard this from men. Now we just recently got a comment with a guy that said that women do think it's kind of boring. Men are boring when they come at you like, and I would say respectful, that it's a little boring or they're a little too nice. He said, but when I come at them more like a little sexually forward, they are a bit more engaging with me, right? And I thought that was pretty amazing. That was pretty amazing. And so I was telling this guy, like, any woman who's going to be okay with sexual advances when you don't even know the guy, you know what I mean, that quickly, someone come in your DMs or whatever, so that woman has some self-esteem problems. There's no way I want a guy come up in my DMs, in my inbox, talking sexually, and then I'm like, oh, it's exciting. No, that's inappropriate, and I'm not going to be doing that. So any woman that, you know, that to me is not right. But there is this thing where women get the bad boy thing, where women kind of want a guy to be a little bit aggressive,
an asshole,
a little bit of an asshole. You know, a 40-year-old version. Remember this? Have you guys seen the movie before? I know you've seen 40-year-old version, but there's a part on there where Seth Rogen's character is trying to explain to the 40-year-old virgin, you know, how to get women and how you have to be. And she's explaining to him, he's like, so you kind of have to be a little bit of an asshole, right? And then women kind of respond to that. But I don't know what you think about this. Like, did we kill it a little bit? Is it our fault that men, I guess the question is it our fault?
It is our fault. But the reason why that it is because, like I said before, before men marry us, have, you know, families with us and things like that, they pretty much follow us.
It's true.
They can't, like I said, they can't sleep with you unless you allow it. They can't kiss you unless you allow it. They can't date you unless you allow it. They can't get your phone number.
They're following our lead.
They're following our lead. So whatever we accept from them,
and
it's working, they're just going to do more of it. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of women who are dysfunctional. And I think a lot of guys say, well, women just like them. No, there are a lot of women that are dysfunctional right now. You know what I mean? And we mistake sometimes rudeness with masculinity. Because a lot of women like masculine men, but they think that masculinity is being hard and tough. And a lot of women who weren't raised with fathers will accept that from men. A lot of men who were raised with abusive fathers will accept that from men. A lot of women who are probably raised with a whole bunch of brothers and they were like the only girl, are used to aggressiveness in men. And they think that stuff is kind of cute.
I like men who are assertive, not aggressive. Right. So that's a distinction that people need to start making, because men like Tupac in the 90s, that's a very aggressive behavior.
Yeah. When Tupac was younger, he was inexperienced, and he really only had love for his mom. Yeah. You understand? So as he became more famous and more wealthy, then he started to realize that women like money. Especially the types of women that are like groupies, that come after him. They don't have any real desire but to be around him because of who he is. Yeah. And so he probably, because when you become a person in his position, you become surrounded by yes people and people who just will do anything for you. Right. You know what I mean? They don't care how badly you treat. He's probably around a lot of other guys who treat women badly and they're getting women. So yeah, he grew up. And he also got more famous and he got more rich. So for those guys, it's going to be a lot harder for them because they're just used to groupie type girls. Now, regular guys also get it. Especially if you go to like clubs where women are drinking too much. Yeah. Or, you're online where women are always taking pictures of themselves half naked and they're trying to get some reaction out of you. It would seem that women sort of like it. But I don't like men. I like men who are charming. Me too. I don't like men who are jerky. I don't either. And gross. You know what I mean? And I think that, but I do think that a lot of women do like that. I don't know what to say about that. I do think that women have killed chivalry. Like,
no, again, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. To answer the question, I do think.
No, I do. I think that we let go of being feminine a lot. We changed our femininity for masculinity too.
100%.
When you give men that kind of aggressiveness, they give it back. And then they think you like it.
And then you get mad later.
Then you get mad when you want him to treat you with respect. And then he's just like, oh no, I thought you liked it this way. Like I said, they follow us kind of in the beginning. They follow our lead. You know what I mean? And so if they think that we just don't want to be taken out and treated well and want car doors open for us, then that's fine. They'll just go with that.
And we hear, sometimes we look at posts and stuff where women are talking like men. Yeah. Are just being very vulgar and sexually aggressive in their talk and their speech. And I'm just like, this is so masculine. Like, it's just, it's too much.
There was this one, I can't even remember what it was, but this woman was talking about how, it might have been one of those groups that I was in on Facebook. And this woman was talking about getting pictures of men's penises.
Well,
that men inbox their package to her. And so all of these women were like, God, I hate when men do that. I have never in my life had a man do that to me. In my life. You know what I mean? Do that to me. And I'm amazed at how many women do. So that would suggest to me that there are a lot of women that men feel that... And so this girl said, you've never had any guy do that? So I've never had a guy do that to me. And so that would suggest there's something you're doing in your social media account that's making men feel like you're down for that. Right. You know what I mean? Because men just don't treat me a certain way.
They really don't.
They know when they get in front of me. There is like, don't be disrespectful. You know what I mean? It's like they kind of know it. Right. They know I'm not going to put up with it. You know what I mean? So when I see women say stuff like that just happens to so many women.
I'm like, really?
And I think, really?
I've never had
a guy do that to me, ever.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I do agree that we kind of did. Tupac was being very vulgar in that
video.
Didn't
be romantic for us.
But he was right. Like, I got his point. Without all of the bitches and what do you say? I got the point. But he is right. We've changed. We've changed, and it's not great. Right. It's not
Sex
a great
in the
change.
City was like the #1 show. And that show is the epitome of women acting like men. Yeah. Having sex with every last guy. that they date, they all get drunk, they all smoke marijuana, they're all white ladies with money, and see, it's no different.
Yeah.
Black, white, Hispanic,
Doesn't
women
matter.
have completely changed. And we look at women like Cardi B has become like some #1 woman. The Kardashians have become, and Beyonce is walking around busting with car windows in her video and acting like a nut. And then her sister's beating her.
And we have women now that are
her sister's beating her husband up in an elevator. It's just like we have changed. And what's funny is we do so many videos on how women make mistakes, and a lot of women kind of get annoyed with us because they think that we're saying men are all wrong. But the truth is that just look around you, ladies. Don't be so quick to blame men. Look around you. Look at how women are today. Women are completely aggressive.
They are so
We
aggressive.
never stop talking. I mean, even though we're saying this is a talk show, but we never stop talking. We never listen.
Yeah.
We always have to be right.
Don't get defensive, ladies. Listen, really pay attention.
I'm a woman telling you this.
You have to have some kind of self-awareness. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I was younger, like in retrospect, I realized, like, man, I probably could have, stopped talking so damn much.
We did a video on Kevin Samuels, and even when you watch that show, women never listen to him. He has to put them on a mute so that he can get his point. He has to put them on a mute because they will not be quiet. Just that you called for his opinion, and now you won't be quiet enough to hear it. You know what I mean? Look, I'm a woman saying this because I noticed this in other women. I see them. Just be quiet. You know what I mean? Like, for 1 second, just listen to what he's saying. You don't have to agree with him. You could walk around and you walk away and never have to see him again. Yeah. But let him finish his point. You know what I mean? Ladies, stop acting aggressive. Stop, doing all of these things and then wanting a man to treat you like a lady.
For a man to treat you feminine, you would have to behave in a feminine manner. Yeah. Somebody's got to be feminine here, right? It's supposed to be you. A lot of things I don't like that happen, and I don't even, like, maybe I'm just old-fashioned, but I don't like this. I'm a boss bitch. I just cannot stand that type of talk because I feel like it's just not feminine.
It's not.
And there are different realms of feminine, by the way. I'm not just saying there's just one type, but I'm just saying that the idea of just trying to just be so aggressive. Look at me. I got, it's just too much.
Yeah.
And then you want a man to come over here and be lovey-dovey with you. It's like, for what? What? I don't understand why he would be lovey-dovey with a woman who's being masculine. I don't understand that at all. Why would he do that? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. And it's like you were saying with the whole, even like when we talk about with the Kevin Samuels thing, since to be the hot topic these days.
Yeah, right.
There are women who call, and I'm just thinking, God, they are not listening to him. Even if they're not even listening enough to disagree with him. Right. They're not listening at all. Like, even if they disagree with him, fine. But we wouldn't know because they won't stop talking. It's like,
and he says, I'm going to have to put you on mute because you're not.
And then sometimes he just hangs up.
I mean, sometimes he just hangs up. But the point is that I've noticed a shift. If we, I watch a lot.
Men are right on that. Yeah.
I watch a lot of old television. I don't watch new stuff. I like a lot of. My favorite genre of music is 70s music, and there's a lot of love music. That's the reason why I like the 70s. Is because even the men in the era, the OJs and Marvin Gaye and all of these men, Heat Wave, they sang a lot about love and the love of women. Right. You know what I mean? And not just their idea was always to go to bed with them. To go to bed with them, but the point is it was about the love making. It's the wanting a woman. That song by Marvin Gaye, I Want You. The whole thing is about him admiring this woman. That he wants, and he's just literally.
It's like the gentleness.
It's right.
It's like they're treating ladies like ladies. You know why? Because ladies were behaving like ladies.
I think women a lot of times we want it both ways. We want this sort of I'm independent. I can do what I want. I can be like a man too. But then then there's moments where we want them to then hold the door open for us and pay for everything. And look, men will do either one. Yeah. As long as whatever they feel is going to get closer to you, they're going to go with that. Right. I don't connect to the new. I don't connect to this new. They call it the new wave of feminism. I don't relate. Yeah. I don't relate because I feel like it's not feminism. Yeah. To me, I mean, I don't. It's not. It's just a very vulgar. Sexually aggressive women. I don't like the whole energy behind it. Yeah. And we're women. Yeah. And I know sometimes women are like, oh, we have a lot of women subscribers. But some of them are kind of like, well, you guys are not
Yeah, take up for women sometimes. It's not about taking up. It's about noticing something.
Yeah. One of the reasons why I tend to fall in love with men who are older is because they come from that generation.
And it's so great.
And they know how to just be with a lady.
Like when I date a man who's like 50,
yeah,
it's a great experience for me.
55, 60, those men know how to
I
be
like
with
dating
ladies.
men older.
Right. And I'm not saying men in their 40s aren't like that, but they are, but men in their 40s are used to being around younger women, like 30s and even 20s sometimes even women in their 40s are dating men in their 40s.
Yeah.
And women are just too aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't say it enough. I just don't like where we're going as far as women sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one thing, we got the right to vote. Great. That was needed.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was needed for us to be able to have the right to go to work and get paid the same as men. But somewhere along the line, we lost femininity and we replaced it with masculinity. A guy said the other day, that I thought was pretty funny but kind of true. He said, everybody wants to be a man, nobody wants to be a woman. And I thought that's absolutely true. All women want to be men and all men want to be men. And the problem is that the attraction ends up being very surface because there's nothing that is underneath that. Femininity and masculinity goes together. So if we're all being one thing, then we're all going to end up being just surface. Right.
So I found that comment I was talking about earlier. So this guy, he's what video is this on? Oh, the being single black women in our 40s. So I think, Kara, you made a comment. It's such a long time ago. I can barely remember what I said of that. But we talk about men who talk sexually to women and how it's repulsive. Anyways, he said, as far as men talking sexually to women online, a lot of women, when you come respectfully, some will not give you the time of day. If you talk slick, then they love it.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, I know what he's talking about. I totally know what he's talking about.
Yeah. I think it's like people. It's like today's woman. They always call it like today's woman is much more. What do they say? Connected to her sexuality. And again, to me, being connected to me, feminism is being in touch with your feminine side. Yeah. Not, you know what I mean? You don't gotta act like a guy to get a guy's. And in fact, I think you repulse them more when you do that. And so
I think out the gate, though, women need to be more sensual, and not sexual. Because I think that sensuality is like very it's
alluring.
It's a little bit of a mystery there, you know. Yeah. And I think that a lot of women are not. It's like literally, it's just vulgar. It's just vulgar, sex, this, sex, that.
I mean, we were talking about when women take pictures of themselves like this, you know, with the back of themselves. Yeah. And it's like, even though they have complete clothes on, like jeans and stuff like that, but why are you doing that?
Yeah, what's the point?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something that simple. Yeah. That's my point. It's like, it's not that you're doing it. It's not even that you're showing your like your behind is not hanging out. We could be wearing a complete dress or jeans. But why are you doing a picture like that? Right. Are you doing it, you know what I mean? It's like, those are pictures women never used to take. There was a time when men had to come and figure us out. Yeah, and now they don't. Yeah. And so when they say chivalry is gone, it is because we have completely opened the box. Yeah. And now men don't even have to try. Yeah. And I don't think that we're going to get to a solution until we learn how to listen to each other without having a comeback. Yeah. Right away. Right. And that goes for both men and women. It's just like, just as soon as you hear a woman say something, don't just write out, well, because every time I try to be nice to a woman, you know what I mean, she's just mean. Well, all women aren't like that. You're going to be shocked one day if you really like one and you use that on a woman that you thought could be like these other women. And the same with women. Don't expect a man to treat you with respect. You know what I mean? And you're acting like, you know, a hoe. Or you're acting like you're too forward. Or you start looking thirsty. I think of men who come at me respectfully and behave respectfully. I think it's very decent and I think it's very manly. Yeah. Like, I don't look at it as boring. I don't look at it as like you're weak. You know, I think when a man can treat a woman like a lady, that to me, you can't get more manly than that. To me, you can't. You know? I mean, Danielle had told me the other day that we do have a lot more subscribers. We do. And Danielle she told me that a lot of our subscribers, because we get age groups. Yeah, demographics. We're starting to get a lot of younger women. And so if you are younger and you are watching this, and I'm a 44-year-old woman, so I'm just telling you, if you are younger and you are looking at this, be careful about imitating Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Anyhow, those women are also entertainers. Don't try to mimic those women. You know what I'm saying? They're entertainers. They're not real. It's not real. You know what I mean? It's their job is to entertain people. That's it. So be careful about trying to act. Even like Beyonce, be careful about that. Because she's not as polite and ladylike as she, people try to portray her.
There's something very beautiful about mystery.
Yeah.
And you have to make a man kind of work a little bit. Like, I mean, it's okay to make him work a little bit.
You want men to respect you. You do. You do want them to respect you. And I'm telling you, as you get older, you want it more than ever. You know what I mean? Because as we get older, all of that stuff has been there, done that for us. Anybody's watching us, men or women that are in their 40s, 50s, or 60s, we know it's been there, done that for us. Nothing's new. We've all had sex. We've all, we've all been hurt. We've all hurt people. We've all, done it. Most of us have had children. Most of us have mortgages, have lost jobs, things like that. So to us, it's just all been there, done that. At the end of the day, you want someone to respect you.
But if you're in your 20s, in the early 30s, I'm telling you right now, you really would you need to respect yourself. Respecting yourself is going to automatically, naturally demand respect because you're just saying, no, I want it to be this way. And I'm this type of a woman. Okay. I'm not like this girl over here who's showing her ass everywhere. That's not who I am. Right. All right. So in that, then you'll get men who will step to you respectfully. Right. I don't get disrespect. I do not get disrespectful men that approach me. The men that approach me very respectfully, and I appreciate it. Right. I don't see it as weak. I think it's the most manly thing you could do. Is to be respectful to a woman.
Because one day you're going to want someone to treat you well.
And then you're going to
meet a guy being hoish, and then all of a sudden you want that man who thought you were a hoe, then to turn around and buy you flowers and treat you well. This is where you get mixed up. And this is when you start, dating years and years of bad relationships, right? Just because you don't want to see your own behavior. Yeah. And again, like, this is the reason why we talk more about what women do wrong and not so much what men do wrong, because I really believe that men follow us in the beginning, and then they follow our lead, and then we follow them. And so you have to give men something to respect. Yeah. You got to give them some reason why they want to spend money on you and buy you dinner and spend time with you, see you again.
We have killed.
We have killed chivalry.
We have killed it. Tupac was a very extreme situation.
But it's interesting.
It's a very extreme, but that is so interesting to see.
But a lot of men do say that.
Because he was so soft-spoken at first, and he was trying to explain, like, I want to respect women. He was saying that, and then it was like, he was getting nowhere with that. That's a problem. He should have gotten somewhere with being nice to women, but he didn't. That's not good. That's not good. That is not a point for us women. We didn't win that one. Okay, that's not good.
And women will say all the time that a lot of men just treat women like crap now, and I'm like, right, that would be because of us. You know what I'm saying?
It's always
it would have to be because of us,
right?
You know what I mean? Because they take their cues from us. So if the majority of women are acting like that, they're going with that, right? You know what I mean? If this was back in the 50s and 60s, where women, you really had to work hard to get a woman back then. Oh, yeah. Like, you just did, and men went with that.
And then when you get into that relationship phase, and then it goes to marriage, then they start becoming leading. Right. But we do kind of give them the access first. We show the example of how we want to be treated when we're dating and stuff. The dating part of relationship building is really important, because you are teaching now. This is how I like to be treated. This is who I am, so I can be treated. So this is what I want. And then he'll go, okay, so she's this type of a woman. Right. So
I like her. This is what I have to do to be with her.
Right. So if they respect you and you respect yourself, right, then you're gonna get respect. But all of this nice men are weak and boring. Yeah. Men who say hello, how are you doing today, are weak and boring. Are you really? What world is this? Yeah. I'm not in that world. The world that I'm in is that when men are like that, it's not. It's lovely.
And also, that's single women talk. Right. That's what happens when women when a bunch of women have been single for too long. They talking about everything men are doing wrong. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, no, because married women don't always talk like that.
We're always trying to just help out women, y'all. We're trying to make sure y'all, because look, if we sat here and talked about all the things that men are doing wrong and stuff like that,
that's boring.
That's boring.
Would be like, well, what about women?
But I'm not a man. They doing their own thing. They can figure that part out. But what I can tell you this is that
I don't have to be with a man who treats me bad.
Do have
you know what
some
I'm saying?
say-so in the way you're being treated. You have all the
I
say-so.
take responsibility for how men treat me,
Right.
and the fact of how they
100%.
come to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I sleep with a man on the first date, and then he doesn't call me, well,
did he have to?
I kind of took that chance, right? He kind of got what a husband would get for dinner. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, chivalry. You know, being romantic with a man is great. You know what I mean? But you'll never get there if he doesn't have a reason to do it.
Right. So give him a reason to be nice to you.
Right. I mean, if most of the women just changed their attitude today, men would change today.
Yeah.
All right, tell us what you guys are all looking for women.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Like you guys, when you guys comment, just instead of like saying, yeah, women, they talk too much. Instead of using that comment, you know, we've already touched on.
What do you like?
What do you guys like?
What do you
guys want?
How do you want a woman to behave?
Right.
I know it's individual.
It is individual, but we can kind of gather it up and see what most men like.
Let us know what you think. Leave a comment below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed our content, which I hope you do.
And we're on our way to 500 subscribers.
Yeah, we are.
I can't even believe
we're on our way to 500 subscribers. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. So thanks to everybody who has subscribed and wants to listen to us.
Hope you all have a really good weekend. Bye.